It's a glorious day here at Cabinet Joint. I'm Justin, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to assemble a base cooktop butt door cabinet. This is designed for your modern flat top on top of your countertop, that sort of cooktop. This is going to be a pretty straightforward assembly. There's no curved balls or anything here on this cabinet, so let's get right into the tools that you're going to need. So the tools that you'll need for this assembly are, of course, your drill and driver with a Phillips head and a square head. And then I have a drill bit with a 7/64 bit, as well as wood glue, a rubber mallet, your cabinet joint inset jigs, a tape measure, a pencil, a screwdriver with a Phillips head, a 18 gauge stapler gun. You can also use a brad nailer, and then all of the hardware. So your hinges, your brackets, and your glides. Those are all the tools that you're gonna need. Let's get into assembling the cabinet. So we're gonna start this assembly off by first locating where our back brackets are gonna go for our drawers. My cabinet did not come with those holes pre-drilled. Yours might, but if they're not, you can use the classic trick of putting your face frame on your back, lining up each side, and then just drawing basically those bottom corners, marking those out, taking your back brackets, and then those will line up in between your outside two holes. Now it's important to note, as you're doing this, making sure that your back panel is oriented correctly. It's easy to flip upside down, so make sure that you have your top and your bottom clearly marked. Once I have my back brackets installed, I can then move on to the back of the face frame. And since this is inset, I need to put on my hardware. So I'm gonna be putting on first the door brackets. I'm using my cabinet joint inset hinge jig to do so, making sure I'm drilling at an angle, as well as using a 7/64 drill bit. That way I don't take out those collars. Once I get all four of those drilled out, I'm then going to install those brackets. And a little life hack, if you install the screw that is on the right from the perspective of the opening, your screw will actually tighten the bracket to the front frame, versus sometimes if you go the other way, it'll want to fight against you. Once I have my hinge brackets installed, I can move on to my brown Tentex drawer brackets, and using a number 2 square head and those screws that come provided, I'm going to install those in the bottom corners of the drawer opening. Now that all of my brackets and hardware is installed, I can start assembling the cabinet. So I'm going to glue down both sides on both ends of that groove, not in the middle, and then I'm going to glue the outer shoulder of both the top and bottom, meaning on the top I'm gluing the top strip, on the bottom I'm gluing the bottom strip. That way glue doesn't get inside my cabinet. You can do both if you would like. I'm gonna be first placing my top stretcher in, that way it'll stabilize my sides. I'm gonna stick glue on the sides of those stretchers, slide using those sliding dovetails both of my sides in place. Once I have those installed, I am then going to put my bottom in. Once that bottom slides in real nice with those sliding dovetails, I'm going to do the exact same thing for the middle divider. Of course, putting glue inside of those dovetail grooves halfway up, because as you push it down, that glue will then spread all the way. Remember, you're only putting glue where raw wood is going to be touching raw wood. Now I'm going to be putting the back top stretcher on the back panel first before I install it in the cabinet. I just think it's easier this way, so I'm gonna glue and staple that. And now I'm good to put on my back panel. Once again, gluing the outer perimeter as well as gluing the back of both of that middle divider as well as that bottom panel. With all that glued, I'm now gonna install that back panel, hammering it, making sure everything is sitting all the way down as it should. Once it sits down, I'm going to staple the bottom in to keep it in place. And then I'm going to use our cabinet joint inset jig and use that scribe line for the cabinet side along the sides, and then using that pencil mark as a gauge to shoot my staples. Once my sides are all stapled, I'm going to then staple the middle panel. This has those pre-bored guide holes for you to just follow them on and go across the middle. So stay in line with those holes and you won't have to worry about stapling inside your cabinet. Now our cabinet box is assembled and we can go ahead and start putting in the drawers. So I'm taking my glides and I am going to use that machine screw and install them lined up with the very front of that hole where the screw goes. And once I have both of those tightened and installed, I can put my drawer in. And using the bloom adjustability on those clips, I'm going to adjust the reveals to make sure everything is consistent and everything's perfect. I like where my drawer is at. I'm gonna move along to my doors. I'm gonna get both of those first clicked into place. And now I'm going to use our cabinet joint inset jig once again to locate and drill out for our door stops. I'm doing that by closing one door, lining up that center carrot with the side of the door, drilling and screwing in our door stops on either side. Now that the door stops are in place, I'm going to use the adjustability on my hinges to get the reveals all around the doors perfect. If you have any more questions on the drawer glides, the drawer installation, the doors, any of that, we have links in the description for all of that. Once I have all the reveals where I like, then I'm complete and my cabinet has been assembled. This creates a really nice, unique storage option for you. And it's nice to have the ability to have your pots and pans right underneath where you're gonna cook and where you're gonna use them. This is an inset application. If it was overlay, the steps would look just a little bit different, but overall the same. That was a pretty straightforward assembly. Some things you want to keep in mind as you are putting it together. Once again, make sure that back panel is oriented correctly. You don't have that upside down. That's an easy mistake to make. And if you have an inset cabinet, make sure those brackets are in before you start putting it all together. If you have any other questions on your cabinet or on assembly, you can reach out to your cabinet coach or you can call us at 888-211-6482. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.